Okay, after reviewing the previous footage, I realized that my camera started to freak out on me. The footage had to be trashed, and now I have to start all over again. This is Thinking Like a Taurus, episode 3, take 3. All right. Hey kiddos, welcome back to my YouTube channel and yet another episode of Thinking Like a Taurus, the podcast where I get to basically talk about whatever comes across my chaotic brain. Also, welcome to the very first YouTube video where you get to see me with my hair down, guys. I didn't realize until the other day that in literally every single YouTube video I've posted, which is 4, I have my hair up. It's because every time I film I got like greasy hair, but not anymore. I got like floofy curly hair now, so I'll take it, you know? How have you guys been? You been good? Been doing good? That's good. I'm glad to hear that. The first month of 2023 is now almost over. What? I don't consider it like a time limit. I consider it like a milestone. So far, 2023 is going all right. Let's go ahead and talk about it in our weekly update. '23 is already on its way to flying right past us. For me personally, this first month has been pretty productive. I freaking started a whole YouTube channel literally on the first day of 2023. If you want to start a YouTube channel, just a bit of advice, it is a lot of work. Definitely be ready to have schedules and scripts and a lot of equipment if you really want to start that way. You know, I'm not saying you need equipment to start a YouTube channel. All you really need is a camera. Starting a YouTube channel is definitely no easy commitment, okay? Now I have filming days and writing days, and I have a deadline every week, which I don't mind because I still have homework. I am in college after all. You gotta be like ready to commit if you start a YouTube channel, depending on what you're doing. If you make like makeup videos, then obviously you need the makeup and a camera. If you make podcasts like this, honestly, you just really need a camera and some type of microphone. If you just make like vlogs, you just need a camera and something to do. It just depends on what type of videos you are making. So do your research and then definitely make sure you have some type of free time. You guys know those Nintendo DS's? I had one of those. I had a 3DS, and it came with a camera feature, and I was obsessed with YouTube. And so I would always make these fake YouTube videos on my DS. I still have that DS to this day, and I actually make video logs every couple months to like go through my life. I've been doing that since, I want to say 2014. But the point is, like, I found passion in video making. That's why I spent a lot of time on TikTok. I've been there since it was Musical.ly. I'm dead serious. That was my first social media, was Musical.ly. And I've been obsessed with making videos since I discovered Musical.ly. I even made videos with my friends on my DS, like I said. We made little fake YouTube videos that never got posted, which thank God. But the point is, you find your passion, and if you can turn it into a YouTube channel, then go for it. Now, the biggest thing that I have to give as advice is you're not going to start out on top, okay? And that can be a real deal breaker for a lot of people, but for me personally, I'm used to it. I have a TikTok that has 2,300 followers, just hit a couple days ago. Thank you. That's incredible. But my account just hit 2,300 followers, and I've been on there since like 2015. So it takes a lot of time. TikTok is actually what created Uni Cosplays, the very handle that I use to this day. I created it on TikTok, and now she's on YouTube. Someone asked me the other day, they're like, does it bother you that you work so hard on your videos and you only have 8 subscribers? And I'm like, no. So how else do you think I'm going to earn the subscribers? Like, you don't earn subscribers by posting one video and hoping it goes viral, and when it doesn't, you just give up. That's not how that works. I'm working for this content creation, but also making videos just makes me happy, and I consider it like my escape, my creative outlet. Because making videos, I can do whatever I want to them. You know, you can make wild things out of it. And I've been like obsessed with creative writing since I became a good writer. I used to suck at writing. Eventually I learned how to write, and no one can stop me. Combining the writing with filming, I'm like, I can make my own acting videos. I can be an actor. So I discovered the world of cosplayers on Musical.ly. You remember when cosplayers basically ran Musical.ly? I was around during that time. That's where I discovered what cosplay was. And look at that. It's my whole brand now. So I've been like around film cameras since like middle school, actually. I was in a bunch of student films when I was in middle school, and then every year in high school, I took a video production class until I basically became the top student of the honors kids, basically. I've been doing video stuff for years. The main point of that entire rant was like, you find what you're passionate about and you can turn it into something you love, a great hobby, and eventually you could get paid for it. It has its ups and downs, but it's worth it in the end. That's all I'm saying. This whole thing just serves as a reminder that if things get chaotic, you find your outlet, you take a deep breath, and you organize your thoughts, and then start it up again. Okay, keep killing it, kiddos. You got this. All right, enough with the sappy stuff. Let's go ahead and move right along into our next segment, which is yet another installment of TikTok of the day. Today's TikTok comes from a user by the name of @Mikayla. I want to say it's Bullis or Bullis. I'm sorry if I'm like mispronouncing that. I'm trying my best, but the handle's right here so you can just read it. This video was sent to me by a friend of mine because they know me so well. This video talks about something that I am absolutely obsessed with. The color purple. Roll the clip.
Thanks, Patrick. And tonight after my big promotion, we're gonna party till we're purple.
Yeah, I love being purple!
Yeah, okay. That describes me in so much detail, and it's literally only a couple seconds. I have so much purple, it's not even funny. I can't remember how long I've been obsessed with purple, but it's definitely, it's been a while. I don't know what it is about the color, it's just really freaking pretty. My entire room is half pastel pink and pastel purple. My two favorite colors are purple and rose gold. Even my hair is currently purple. I know it looks a bit more pink on camera, but trust me, it's purple. And like I went lilac into like a nice purple. I'll put a picture of when it just got done. My hair was done by @RedHairRapunzel. They did it and they did a fantastic job. I don't know how they did it, but I had pink right before I got purple. And if you've ever gotten your hair done, you know that pinks and reds and oranges can be extremely difficult to get out of someone's hair. If you're going from a warm tone to a cool tone, it's very difficult. It's possible, but it'll take a while. So I had faded pink that turned like a dark red magenta after fading, and like my roots grown out and everything. I don't know how they did it, but I have a picture of what happened. I'll show it in a second. They were like, okay, I have like this toner that's supposed to take the red out. Did you want to try it? I'm like, go for it. Like whatever you can do. I know I came in with a bit of a challenge here, but go for it. And we did this toner, and I took a picture of it. Here's the picture. It turned me platinum blonde. I haven't been that blonde since I was like 7 years old. So I don't know how that, like, they worked some kind of magic. Gray, almost. I was like, how did you do that? And not in a bad way. Like, we were able to turn me nice light purple after that. And my hair is still, like, pretty gray now that it's, like, faded and stuff. I'm like, how did you do that? That is so cool. I've never had my hair that light before, ever. Like, you couldn't tell where my head stopped and my hair began. Like, I've never been that blonde before. And the best part was my hair wasn't even like fried after that. I still had really soft hair afterwards, so it didn't damage me that much. Of course, dyeing your hair and bleaching it will damage a tad, but this didn't do that much. But the purple turned out really nice. I love how it came out. Purple fades really nicely in my eyes, especially if you get like a specific shade of purple. My shade of purple. My favorite shade of purple is like this one with blue undertones rather than the pink undertones. That kind of purple will fade into like a lighter purple and then eventually blonde. The point of this whole thing was to talk about purple. I really like purple. My phone case is my favorite shade of purple right now, which is, like I said, the royal purple with blue undertones. I even made Lavender, my official character that I talked about last week, based on the color purple, obviously. I mean, look at her. I received her crown set as a gift, and it's freaking gorgeous. I love it so much. And was like, you know what? I want to make an Alice in Wonderland character. But she needs like a very whimsical name, something that really flows with the Wonderland bit. Because, I mean, there's a Mad Hatter, there's a Dormouse, and there's a White Rabbit. I know those sound basic, but you don't hear those names out here, do you? So I'm like, she needs some kind of whimsical name that's basic for Wonderland, but not for here. And then I looked at her crown and I'm like, you know what? Those crystals are lavender. Push comes to shove, eventually I just named her Lavender. I didn't give her a last name yet when I first created her, but I was like, I'm just going to call her Lavender. I love purple. And that's very whimsical in my eyes. I give her elf ears, boom, you got a Wonderland character. Not gonna lie, I kind of wish that Lavender was like my real life nickname. I want people to just call me Lavender. But I know that's a bit of a stretch and it kind of doesn't fit me. Me personally. Like my character makes a lot of sense. But like, I feel like it doesn't fit me, like what I look like. I don't look like a lavender. Speaking of lavender, we are going to move on to our next segment after that lovely TikTok talking about the color purple. We're going to move into a new segment that I like to call Cosplay Portal. Cosplay Portal is a segment where I get to talk about anything involving cosplay, okay? Online, like on TikTok or YouTube or my cosplays or other people's cosplays or anything like that. Today I actually wanted to talk about Lavender. I know I talked about her last week because I finally gave out her backstory. If you haven't seen that video, please go check it out because I worked really hard on her backstory, and that's actually her logo right there on the whiteboard from the last video. So I'd highly recommend you go check out that video because I'm pretty proud of how her backstory came out, and she's very dear to my heart, so I'd like to give her as much attention as possible. If you like fantasy or Alice in Wonderland or things like that, then I think you'll really like her written backstory. And then I would also recommend checking out my TikToks because I try to depict that backstory, that very backstory in TikToks. It's not easy, but I try. So the first things first that I want to talk about Lavender is, yes, I am aware she looks like Amity Blight from the Owl House. I designed her before I even knew what the Owl House was, with her hair, specifically. When I designed her hair, obviously I didn't have purple hair when she first came out, but I was like, she needs purple hair. I'm aware she looks like Amity Blight. I get that comment on at least once every other video. I got it twice on the same video recently. They're like, not gonna lie, that reminds me of Amity Blight. Yes, I know, she looks like Amity, okay? I did not mean to do that. I didn't get any inspiration from Amity Blight for Lavender. That's just how it worked out. I see it too, and I'm the one who created her. Like, I see it. But it's just, I hear that so often. Alright, don't kill me, but I don't watch The Owl House, okay? I have only seen like a single episode and it just did not grab my attention. I'm sorry. She has a lot more similarities than just her hair. Okay, it's the purple hair, the elf ears, and obviously I'm aware that she's pretty much very similar, okay? She's also the fighting type, and she's extremely intelligent. I know, God, the more I think about it, the more similarities she's got, but she's not the same. I didn't design her to be the same person. I didn't even know who Amity Blight was at the time, okay? Even my sideburns when they pop out of the wig a bit, like right here, looks like her. I'm like, shoot. I did think about it. I even have an Amity Blight cosplay in my Amazon wishlist. And I'm like, I'll get it eventually. I might cosplay Amity, I might not. It doesn't matter. I cosplay for myself, not for other people. That's why I cosplay Cars and Alice in Wonderland and Little Shop of Horrors and Newsies. That and Five Nights at Freddy's, however, those got big real quick. It's all just a coincidence, and that's all I'm saying. I did not make Lavender to resemble Amity Blight on purpose. It just happened that way. That happens a lot in like the animators community, the writers community. People have the same ideas and put them together all the time. Talking about Lavender a bit more, I wanted to get more into like the behind the scenes of her rather than like her actual backstory. I wanted to talk about my backstory of creating her. What went through my head when I made her up a little over a year ago. I came up with Lavender because I saw a big surge of Alice in Wonderland cosplays coming out, and I'm like, I don't want to cosplay Alice herself. I was like, I want to make my own. I haven't made an OC, or I didn't make an OC since like a while ago. Before Lavender, it was a long time since I made my own character, but they never stuck. So I was like, I want to make my own character, one that I'm really going to like, and I'll see if she sticks. So I basically did a closet cosplay with the fishnet t-shirt and the elf ears and the clip-in purple braid that I had in my hair, which eventually stuck because I have my braid here, but I also have it in both of her wigs. I'm going to spill some stuff. The initial backstory that I had written for her literally from the top of my head. I never actually wrote it down. There's a video at the end of Lavender's first era. It's where it's like the audio that's like, do you blame yourself? Where she's like freaking out, holding the crown, and then she like passes out. The original lore that I had written for her was that she did come from royalty, like I said, in her current like canon backstory. But in the first draft, I was going to say that she got taken into Wonderland rather than escaping to it. And then she forgot all about her royal life. She forgot about the crown. She forgot about everything. And she just assumed that she just lives in Wonderland. She just exists. She doesn't have a mother. All of that. Then eventually someone shows her the crown. She doesn't know what it's from. And then they start to tell her. And all the memories come flooding back. And she remembers her royal life. That was the first draft of Lavender's backstory, and that's what I posted. And then I didn't think about it for a while because I didn't think she was going to come back. I was like, that's just another OC that's a one-time deal. Then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, I could bring her back. I'm like, this could be really cool. So I worked on it. I drew up a design for her. I went to the Renaissance Fair the year before, and I designed like some kind of warrior elf. So I looked back at this picture, and turns out I foreshadowed my own character. This is when I found the crown at the Renaissance Fair, but I didn't buy it. I got it as a gift a few months later, and then Lavender was made in January. So what are the odds of that? That's a pretty cool idea. I'm like, what if Lavender is like an adventurer? And I got the idea from like a pirate of some kind. And like, I imagine her being like really cool, the adventurer type, the creative type. She's creative, intelligent, she's adventurous, spontaneous, all of that. And I'm like, she needs a cool outfit. I got her tailcoat, I got her shoes, and then I found her wig, which is the best quality wig I own, okay? It's a really good wig on Amazon. It's cheap, it's soft, and yeah, it's hard front, but like, you can't tell in certain shots. In certain videos, like, you can't tell that it's a lace, or not, that's not a lace front, so I'm like, and then I designed her sword with help from my friends, and eventually she just became this big character, and I'm like, this is really cool, and I just got invested in writing her new story, and I'm like, she needs good backstory, she needs good lore. I said her birthday was January 22nd because that was the day that she, like, premiered on my account. She showed up on January 22nd, and I'm like, all right, that's her birthday. That's when she appeared. And then I did some research and found out that makes her an Aquarius. I'm not super huge on, like, zodiacs or anything. Like, I know about them, and I can't go up to somebody and be like, oh, you're also a Taurus? Then we don't get along. No, I'm not like that. I'm like, oh, you're a Cancer? Okay. I'm not super obsessed with zodiacs. I didn't realize that made Lavender an Aquarius, and every once in a while I'll like look up traits of a Taurus, bad things about a Taurus. What would a Taurus most likely do? Because I'm bored and I want to find out if anything's accurate with me, since I'm the Taurus that we're talking about. Hence the title. So I looked it up. I was like, traits of an Aquarius, and it said things like creative, passionate, spontaneous, and I was like, well, that's scary accurate. All right, what are the flaws? I looked like the cons of Aquarius, and it said tends to not follow rules, does their own thing, and there were other ones, but like the main one that really caught my attention was tends to not follow rules, and I'm like, that's literally the whole point of Lavender's backstory. She doesn't like following rules that her mother gave her, so she left to go be spontaneous in Wonderland. Like, I don't know how that happened, but the more I read into what an Aquarius is, I'm like, that weirdly fits Lavender, even though she's not a real person. Also, side note, I don't know if y'all noticed, check out my shirt, guys. Look at this epic tee that I got from Hot Topic. I wasn't kidding you when I said I love Five Nights at Freddy's. I've been with that fandom since the beginning, buds. Alrighty, kiddos, this rant about Lavender has officially closed. Not for long though. I'm probably going to talk about her more in the future. Let's be honest here. So let's go ahead and close out today's episode with our quote of the day. Today's quote of the day is actually like not super heartfelt or anything. It's honestly just a quote that made me really laugh, and I think about it a lot. It's very interesting and I enjoy it so much. Today's quote of the day comes from a YouTube channel widely known as Thomas Sanders. I would kill to make a video with Thomas Sanders about the Sanders sides. Bro, hit me up. Let's make a skit. I'll even bring Lavender into it. Like, let's make a fantasy skit with Roman. Let's go. Come on. But this quote does not come from Thomas Sanders himself. It actually comes from another reoccurring, person, a friend of his known as Joan. Joan is a wonderful person. They are absolutely hilarious. And, all the bloopers, including them, are incredible. So let's go ahead and roll the clip of Joan's quote from a Thomas Sanders bloopers episode.
I'm feeling a feeling that feels the way chocolate chip muffins smell. Is that normal?
That's right. The quote is, I'm feeling the feeling that feels the way chocolate chip muffins smell. Don't ask me why that makes me laugh because I can't tell you, but honestly, it's incredible. I've used it before. I've used it in conversation. Where my friends are like, why are you so happy? I'm like, I don't know. I'm feeling the feeling that feels the way chocolate chip muffins smell. And I'm like, I want to put it on a plaque or something. And then someone's like, what does that mean? I'm like, I don't know. It's just funny. I don't even know, what feeling is that? Feeling the feeling that feels the way chocolate chip muffins smell. I'm trying to decipher it, but I shouldn't try to decipher it, honestly. Don't even try. You're not going to get anything. But Joan, if you have an explanation for it, please let me know because I'd love to find out what the real meaning of that quote is, and if there isn't a meaning, that just makes the quote even better. But I'll put a link to that video in the description so you can go find it. And that is today's quote of the day. So if you're having a bad day, just think about it. Just feel the feeling that feels the way chocolate chip muffins smell. That's it. Alrighty, kiddos. Well, that concludes our newest episode of Thinking Like a Taurus. I'm happy I finally got this on camera. I don't think I told you guys, but my last YouTube video, Lavender's video, I had to edit twice because the first time it got corrupted and I could not post it. So I had to edit a second time and that took me 5 hours. But the point is, it got out to you guys, and it looks even better. So, obviously, we're going to have more episodes of Thinking Like a Taurus coming out within the next couple of weeks. I do an episode of Thinking Like a Taurus every other week, so in between, I have different YouTube videos. As per usual, if you want to see more of my content when I am not posting on YouTube every Sunday, you can go ahead and check me out on TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat, all at Uni Cosplays, so please go check those out. TikTok and Instagram are mainly for my cosplays. You'll see videos and photos up there. And then Snapchat is for behind the scenes stuff in my daily life. If you want to see cosplays before they come out, definitely go check out my Snapchat because I take pictures and post them the day before they come out. And remember, kids, drink your water, eat your meals, get some good sleep, and I will see you in the next video, okay? Take care of yourselves. Love you!